Yo, what up, y'all, and welcome back. We're still on episode 5 of Who the Fuck Decided to Incarcerate Bolanos. Specifically, we are on episode 5.6, Jesse Conwell. So, Jesse Conwell is the ADT expert. He was the security manager for ADT, and he was a witness called by the state to testify about Samantha Wall's ADT system. So here's just some short background information for you guys. So when we were prepping for this trial, I happened to randomly one day mess with my ADT app on my phone. When I was messing with the ADT app on my phone, I found out that there is something called images. So I'm going to show you guys. On the ADT app, this images section is right here. Right? So you can click on the app and you can go to images. Well, when you click on the images, it ends up showing you every time that you type in your code to disarm your system, it will take a photograph of the individual who's typing in the code. I found that out. So I will show you guys what it ended up showing me, which was these images of myself. So yeah, that's probably pretty embarrassing because these photographs aren't great, but whatever, you get the point. These are the images that it took of me. Every time it takes the date and the time, and it shows you the images of who disarms the system. Now, let's take a look at the ADT system that I have so I can show you guys it's the same ADT system as Samantha Wall. So this is my ADT system right here. It's photographed directly from my wall unit. Mine is just attached to my wall. Hers is not. So what is the point of this? The point of this is that we never received in discovery the photographs that were attached to Samantha Wall's ADT unit. More interesting, though, is that when the state's ADT expert was called to the stand, Brian Brown inquired about this camera on this ADT system and asked him whether or not it was a camera. And what does this guy do? He lies. He lies about the fact that that's not a camera. Now, I find that interesting because you're an expert. You've been declared an expert in ADT and the functionality of this ADT system, and when you were point blank asked whether or not that black dot was a camera, you lied about it. So that is incredibly problematic as well. Again, what we're doing is we're just calling out some lies. And again, there were so many of them that occurred during the entirety of this trial, it would be impossible nearly for me to just continue to make TikToks on every single person's lie every single time. So I'm trying to just point out some of the larger ones and more obvious ones for you guys. So let us take a look at this guy's testimony and what he said. So let's take a look at that.
Now, this particular 7-inch touchscreen, is that equipped with the camera?
No.
It's not?
It does have, no, that does not have a camera on it.
That does not have a camera on there? Okay, if we could go to exhibit 36, picture number 12. And if we're looking at that black dot at the top of that sensor, what is that?
That's a photo cell.
That's a photo cell? Okay, and...
Because it'll raise and lower the screen brightness as a daytime or nighttime.
Okay. Now, are there different type of motion sensors as far as that ADT would provide?
Okay, so you guys can see here that this is the exact same ADT system that I have. And this black dot right here is in fact a camera. It is a camera because it's the same system I have and mine takes photographs of me. So why was he saying that that adjusts the lighting of the system and that it's not a camera that takes photographs of people as they disarm the system? I just showed you guys that that's exactly what that is. Now, let's put those photographs, let's put my photograph of my ADT system right next to this clip right here. so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So as you guys can see, hopefully you can, I tried to do this to the point where you can take a look. So that again is that camera. That is the camera on mine. This is the exact same system. This is just a different photograph. This photograph right here is just a different screen, which I can get to that screen through these icons right here. Exact same system. So why do they have an expert that's saying that that's not a camera? Now, whether or not that would have a bearing on the discovery that we got, whether it would have shown that someone did in fact take a photograph, or there were previous photographs that showed Samantha Wall and or someone else in her home, I mean, I don't know, because we didn't get it. And when we asked about it, this guy lied about it on the stand. He is supposed to be the expert in ADT and the functionality of this particular system. This particular system is, again, the exact same one I have. I understand the functionality of it because I randomly stumbled upon that. I didn't even know that that was a thing until I was messing around with my app randomly, and this came about. So, just another thing to keep in mind. So, ADT Guy, he also told a lie on the stand. That was his testimony during trial. I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me that all of these people throughout the entirety of this trial misled and lied consistently. So let's keep going, because where we're going next is just getting crazier. Stay tuned.